Things seemed routine along the Brahmaputra River in Bangladesh, but a large monsoon was looming in over the country. From about March to July of 1974, Bangladesh faced devastation when long periods of heavy rain caused severe flooding and left a food crisis in its wake. Monsoons are not unfamiliar to Bangladesh, though. They are seasonally driven by precipitation in their region. Flooding in Bangladesh occurs on an annual basis, with some floods resulting in 75% of the country being inundated. This particular monsoon of 1974 resulted in mass flooding that lasted for months. Most of Bangladesh itself rests on a low floodplain anyways, with over half of the land area only 1 to 8 meters above sea level. Several hundred rivers and tributaries run through the entire country. Rain poured for 58 days and dumped 6 inches of water a day. These long periods of heavy rain caused the Ganges, the Brahmaputra and Meghna rivers to each reach their peaks simultaneously. Silt piled up from the rain runoff and raised the riverbeds, increasing the likelihood of a lasting flood. The flood of 1974 itself killed an unofficial toll of over 300,000 people. Lasting effects of cholera and malaria were due to the lack of safe drinking water, and starvation caused the death of an estimated 1.5 million people over the course of a few months. The severe monsoon floods destroyed most of Bangladesh's annual crops. Crop production lowered by 15%, which greatly affected food security over the next months. After the flood, price inflation resulted in available crops being completely unaffordable for many laborers. People's homes and livelihoods were obliterated and washed away in the monsoon that caused unprecedented damage to life and property. Deforestation in Bangladesh, due to increased populations, had dramatically increased the rate of erosion. Land is typically cleared for agriculture, grazing lands, and fuel, which caused more erosion and runoff. Landslides were also more prevalent because of the large-scale deforestation. Urbanization in the floodplains had increased the magnitude and frequency of floods in general. These factors each played a role in increased magnitude of the 74 flood. Today, work is continually being done in Bangladesh to further protect the country from flooding. Communities have labored to improve embankment systems along the rivers to aid with runoff. When reinforced with concrete, this increases channel capacity to try to lessen the sheer amount of flooding. Improvements made to drainage canals throughout the country help with more efficient water control. Unfortunately, only so many improvements can be done because improvements cost, and Bangladesh is a poor nation.